Hello, so this is Module 3, Part 3, Module 3, Part 3, or Part C, or third part, okay? So picking up where we left off with it, we just finished talking about arrow, comparing that with functions with it. Destructuring is you're breaking down from it with it. And one of the things we talked about with the default value with it is that when you pass across a particular settings, like for example light, in this particular the string, you're assigning it to theme with it, and the setting of theme is defined as light with it. That's all this is saying with it, right? So the settings now is assigned to theme, is the actual properties of this, and it's actually undefined right now, and then light is actually being used with it. That's how this is how you read this with it. All right. Moving down to the organization is best practice with it. Now all I can do is I can share with you what we do in industry with it. We have subdirectories with it that you would actually create. What are components? What are util folders? These are name of subdirectories with it, services with it, and of course your main file is your index file, right? So let's talk about components with it. UI components are things such as your pull down menu, user interface with it, radio buttons. These are the things that you create with it. These are what I call UI components with it, right? Utilities with it, they're helpful functions that you will write in a separate JavaScript files with it that you call and it actually brings in. I'm going to demonstrate a lot of the stuff with it. Excuse me. And then you have a folder called services with it. These are different APIs that you call with the business functions with it, and that's being reused. So example, balance function, or create an object functions. These things are that you will reuse in the web application, more web services component with it as well. Index.hjs is the entry point to most of your files with it. So these are all standard industry names that I use out in programming with it. So please keep in mind this is what we do in industry. Very how we name the directories and the naming of the files with it. Note everything's lowercase. JavaScript is excuse me. JavaScript is case sensitive. JavaScript is case sensitive. Please keep that in mind. Best practice with it. There are 4 or 5 best practice I would recommend you to do. Again, these are industry stuff that we do with it. 1 responsibility per file. Each file should focus on one concept or feature with it. When you create file names with it, make sure it's meaningful for variables with it. So for example, calculate total. Use price, tax, and this arrow that you actually add the price and the tax together. It's going to assign to, the right side is going to assign to, the left side is the calculated total. Avoid using letters like this, P, T. The next guy comes in to read your code. They don't know what P is. They don't know what T is. All right, and don't be mean. Don't call this another language either. I've come across with programmers naming this in German, and they name different languages. That's, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that, but keep it clean and simple language that you have. It is case sensitive, by the way. Consistent style with it. So in this particular arrow that I did here, as you can see, keep it consistent with it as well. You want to avoid once you got like PT and then you put in a cal. Okay, so it's not consistent with it. Number 3, avoid deep nesting, meaning layers of brackets in there with it. This breaks the logic into smaller functions, improve readability and debugging. It's very hard to debug something when it's nested in multiple. I wouldn't nest anything more than 2 or 3, no more than 2 with it. Prefer constants over let with it and var. So these are I recommend using const and let, and avoid using the variable var. All right, we'll talk more about it. VR is short for variable, is the function scope when you use the var. Let and constants are block scope. Bear with me with the definition. Const prevents the reassignment. So things are a constant we uppercase everything with it that we know when we look at that particular as a constant with it. Bear with me with the block scope with it as well. So, and the function scope. Keep functions small and focus with it. One task per function. Easier to test, easier to reuse. So I have basically broke down the concept and the purpose. Read through this, and all that stuff is just reiterating summary of what we talked about with it. You need to answer some of these questions in here. I call it quiz questions that I wrote, reinforcing some of the stuff that we talked about with it. So go through this on your own for me, and and I'd like for you to come in and start thinking about how you want to use some of the stuff when you start to write your functions and all this with it. So, for example, first question, why were ES6 module introduced? Well, again, I talked to you about code organization and encapsulation. So, I'll give you the first answer for this one. Here's B, and just fill it in here. You type in B. That's all you do with this. Well, so how many default export files can you have with this thing? Like I said, I told you in the lecture was what? This one, right? Again, just go through and listen to my lecture and you to answer all these questions that I have right here with it. True or false? Answer true or false in the blank right here for me. Short answer, what's the benefit for using modules with it? I share with you using modules with it is to be better code organization with it, encapsulation, maintainability with it. Again, these three things: organization, encapsulation, and maintain other people's code, right? Maintain ability with it as well. What is the term, what does the lexical this mean? What is when you use this? This means that you are inheriting from the surrounding scope of the instead of being the dynamic assigned with it. So if I gave something that, remember the blueprint with it, this is like a template. Think of it like that with it. All right, so again, some of the stuff I talked to you about on the lecture with it, if I asked you rewrite this into a function, how will you do this? Look at this part. So what's the output if I ask you this? Okay, so what is constant prefer over var? Why? I told you that up here with it, right? and why is it prevents the reassignment, and it's a scope, block scope with it as well. So it prevents the reassignment of global variables, and it's block scopes and making the code safer and more predictable as well with it. So you want to use const over var for that reason with it. All right, that's it. So I'm going to stop right here with the lecture. This concludes our lecture part 3. All right.